urgent page for Dr. Chen. Needed immediately in surgery. Dr. Chen to surgery. Contact the front desk to let us know where you spotted them.
Frosty hydro frogs from Tilton. Sweet, cool treat everyone loves.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered.
Hey there. How you doing? Just jumping in to say hey. I've been doing barrel runs, trying to work my way up to a reclaimer. It's gonna be a while, but I'm making some decent profit, and I can multitask while I'm in quantum. I think I'm gonna save up where I can do a full RMC run, which will be very lucrative but also more dangerous. Um, I don't know though. We'll see. I don't want to just end up having to sit in station and not be able to sell it though. So I might just stick with barrel. Yeah. But still, it's at like, yeah. Hopefully there's some more lucrative, exciting thing, like just more variety and stuff out there. Uh, and I really want to see stuff where you don't always have to go down to the planet, because so much of my time is wasted on trams and shit. Like, come on, like it'll be great. Like, just go in my personal hangar and freaking unload the shit. I mean, granted, I'll have to manually unload it, right? But hopefully, it'll be more lucrative and worth your time. But hopefully, there'll be some options where you can just do stuff from stations as well. Um, yeah, just all the commodities and fixed. I like doing hauling when I want to kind of relax, peaceful. Yeah. Yeah, I like salvaging as well. But honestly, I feel like vulture salvaging and just running barrel are pretty close on like profit wise. I mean, if I have a C2, if I have a C2 versus vulture, it seems like it might actually be faster just running barrel. And there's a time when I'm in quantum, I'm actually like doing like an online course, so I'm just sitting there listening and watching to the video when I'm in quantum, and then jump out and do my little trades and stuff like that. So I'm able to stay constructive while also playing. But once I get that reclaimer, that'll be a game changer there. That's what I'm saving up for. But I think it's like 32 million or something crazy like that. So it's going to be a ways. I'm at like almost at 4. Yeah, I had it. I've got like a bunch of websites open and stuff like that, but it's so far off now. I mean, I'm at like almost at 4 million, I think. Let me look. Nope, 3.7 is where I'm at. I have no purchased cargo at the moment, so I think I'm making like 300. I have a little chart here. Where is it? Uh, it says I'm making 415,000, but I think it's a little less than that. I think the prices have changed a tiny bit, but it's somewhere around 300 to 400,000 in profit per run, which is pretty dang good. Oh shit! I just missed my fucking stop. All right, whatever. Uh, yeah, I'm on a tram right now, but that's pretty solid, especially for like it. There's like no risk or very, very, very low risk. Um, but that's a lot of freaking runs. It's probably like 60 something runs or something like that. So, I don't think so. Did you put? Is it in the Discord or is it just on? I don't. Mm, from something about missions? Or are you talking about the PIP mastery or a different one? Nope. Yeah. Then I did not watch it. I do watch a lot of YouTube videos and stuff about what they post, but I'm not always right on top of it. What's the 10-second synopsis? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, how about supply and demand and everything? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's nothing. Yep. Nobody's gonna do that mission for 4K. It's like it's nothing. Uh, Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like if this is supposed to be like a final like rundown of that system, like okay, so right now we have no crew members other than like real players. Um, we don't have like a lot of those expenses like actual insurance and anything like that. So sure, fine, 50K right now might be good, but they're gonna have to go rebalance and change everything all over again once you do have all those implement things in there. Um, so I mean, but if they put it in there like a finalized kind of system where they're giving you enough money for all of those extra things that we don't quite have yet, well then that might be too much money for like people will be getting too rich quick or something like that. No. Yeah, well, certainly a 5K mission is like I don't care if you just started, you're brand freaking new, like that is not worth your fucking time. Even for like for 10 minutes, if, Yes, time for time. Yeah, time has to be rewarded. If it's a grind fest, then you're not gonna like it. Like they've been running this game for how long now? Like they have the metrics. They have to know what missions, what are people doing. Well, right now they're doing fucking RMC, they're doing salvage, and they're right now like their barrel is worthwhile now. So they're doing barrel runs. They're doing with the ERT missions and selling illegal goods when they get a hold of them. That's what they're doing. They're not doing anything else because it's not worth their time. Value their time. Make shit's worth it. And it's not as profitable as freaking salvaging panels or ships or anything. It's not worthless, but it is like I can go get instant gratification like doing art like salvaging, or I can go and put shit in the refinery and stuff like that. And then at the end of the day, when it's all done, I'm still making like less than if I was just doing panels. That doesn't mean nerf fucking salvaging. Salvaging's in a good place right now. Fix the fucking supply and demand for RMC, one. Two, make all the other shit work. Like, we've got all of these other freaking materials and shit. That, like, there is no real supply and demand in the game. Like, here's the thing. Ship blown up and they just fucking did an insurance claim and they were at Area 18. Well, Area 18 now needs to take all the fucking materials that get turned into ship components and remove it from the economy and put it into that ship. And now needs to be a demand for that. And oh, we don't have enough of this shit. Like, we need more. What's quant? What is it called? Oh, okay. Yeah. That'll be cool and very much needed. Uh, yeah, I mean, if they can take inspiration from EVE Online's economy, like even just a piece of that, and then that will be well. But here's a question: like, because I think that if there's not enough materials at like a station or a planet to build a ship or something like that, then it shouldn't get built and the price will just dramatically go up where there's like huge shipbuilding or whatever. Uh, good stuff. And then you'll have these traders be like, oh, look at this big war is happening and they need materials. Here I go. And then your miners are like, oh, I need to supply that shit. So let me get me more money. And yeah, it'll be great. Okay. Yeah, they need to just let you have like unlimited inventory or something like that, or like take into account the large backers that have that much shit. Like do, when did it release? I don't know, sometime today. Oh yeah, yeah, it's like brand new. Like yeah, like. So what's the like? Is the purpose of the limit to not have people just have way too much random shit that they buy? Specific like in-game stuff. Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, if it doesn't negatively impact performance or anything like that, then like what's the yeah? I don't get um especially since like you like you're like loaded up with shit that you've earned ages and money that you've actually spent, and then you can't play properly. Like, it's stupid. So what? So the issue is you let me quick hold on. Right. So Mike, so I was asking. You said no, but I didn't even ask my question yet. But the issue is you can't put new things into that inventory because it's full, but you can still, but you can take stuff out. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's pretty dumb that you can't take a what size 5 or 6 size gun and like you tell me that doesn't fit in a hauling ship. Like, come on, they need to make it so it's not necessary. Either increase the ship's regular internal inventory because it's not physicalized yet, or allow you to just fucking spawn that shit in on your cargo grid. Were you gonna post that video, or do I need to go find that shit? Uh, the one you were mentioning. Uh, I'm gonna get back to my cybersecurity class slash barrel hauling. But I will check out that video when you post it, and we'll catch you later. Cool. I'll eventually get burnt out of learning stuff, and I might jump back in. But I will be online. If you can DM me if anything crazy's going on. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll talk to you later. I just gotta drop out because I gotta focus on this class while I'm doing my stuff. All right, later. You are clear to launch.
ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
For the latest travel information, be sure to check the departure and arrival boards conveniently located throughout the spaceport. Obey all security and customs personnel at all times. Their job is your safety. From transforming worlds to exploring the stars, our corp is proud to bring the universe closer together. Our corp, investing in tomorrow's future. Your personal belongings are your personal responsibility. Monitor your luggage at all times. Want your company to be in good company? Our corp's unique vertically integrated corporate parks offer amenities such as the door-sharing and logistical pairing of our rental partners. Inquire today to learn how you can invest in making our corp your new home. It takes all of us working together to keep our corp safe and secure. Be vigilant and report possible threats every time. Obey all security and customs personnel at all times. Their job is your safety.
Please restart computer.
Bye.
Please be aware that while in the Stanton system and on our corp, all UEE common laws are still in effect.
Take care.
All right, I'm going to reboot. The stream will stay up. I just covered it, so while I put in my
Hello.
login, it's hidden. I'll be right back.
Servicing the greater Area 18 metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels wherever your final destination may be.
I just realized all that time I was talking to myself. Forgot to turn the stream mute off. Anyway, I was talking through the Tobii thing, showing how simple it was to set up. That was it. That was the whole setup for Tobii. Plug it in, just set it. I had to set the marks on the Tobii with my monitor to center it. There's little marks, and you just move it back and forth until they line up. And then you look at 6 dots, and they explode, and you're done. That's it. And then you go into any game and set up whatever settings you want for speed or precision or, your angles, all that kind of stuff. It's very simple. Whether you want eye tracking or just head tracking or both. It's one reason I can't play the game without it anymore, which is why I needed to fix this. So. And sometimes, for some reason, Star Citizen messes with that stuff, and you gotta reset it. And today was my day, I guess. This patch, whatever they did. Come on, let's go. Shard 300.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered to the follow. Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Proceed to assigned landing bay. landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the
Thank
ASOP
you for
Vehicle
visiting
Retrieval
our
System.
Stanton's capital of commerce. Whatever your transaction, we wish you a beneficial and prosperous stay.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
For the latest travel information, be sure to
Warning.
check the
You are
departure
blocking
and
an
arrival
active
boards
flight bay.
conveniently
Please vacate
located
the
throughout the
vicinity.
spaceport.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
From transforming worlds to exploring the stars, ArcCorp is proud to bring the universe closer together. ArcCorp, investing in tomorrow's future. Hello, and welcome to Riker Memorial Spaceport, servicing the greater Area 18 metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels wherever your final destination may be.
Have a good one.
I see you lurking there. Thanks for the sub, by the way.
Want your company to be in good company? ArcCorp's unique vertically integrated corporate parks offer amenities.
Hopefully my mic's working, so you heard that.
Caring for our rental partners. Inquire today to learn how you can invest in making ArcCorp your new home. Please be aware that while in the Stanton system and on ArcCorp, all UEE common laws are still in effect. Thank you for visiting ArcCorp, Stanton's capital of commerce. Whatever your transaction, we wish you a beneficial
You just popping in,
and
or are you?
prosperous stay.
Yeah, as late as it is, you must just got it done work, I take it. I'm just trying to empty my freaking inventory. Look at this. I've already made 4 runs, I guess, tonight. And I'm still 111% over. And I've figured out, too, that something is broken. I'll just say something has broken the math. Because what I put in a ship, like the C2 is what I was using, and it has 1 million micro SCU of space, you know, in its inventory. I put in, I think, 20 backpacks, and it was full. I mean, 20 empty backpacks, and the C2 inventory was full. So something is really broken. So I'm taking a look at a Caterpillar now. See what it does.
Vehicle has been delivered to the Please visit us again.
Please be aware that while in the Stanton system and on ArcCorp, all UEE common laws are still in effect.
Yeah, that's easy to do right now, although today was a pretty good day when it comes to some of that stuff. I like it when certain people get smacked down hard. But since I'm streaming, I won't go into details, obviously. Wait, Death of Chevron? Come into chat on the doohickey Discord. Be easier. Because I gotta turn all the way around to see what you say. Yeah, because I didn't see that story. Where am I
yeah,
going?
it was, well, it was kind of two cases that were kind of Chevron related, but yeah, 9-3 and a 9-2 decision. The 9-2 because I can't remember if it was Ketanji Brown or one of the liberals had to recuse themselves. But in the opinion, they straight up said Chevron is dead. And so Chevron deference has been the law of the land since, what was it, 80?
Wait a second, I thought you were... Okay, Chevron... every time somebody says Chevron, I'm thinking oil company.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it stems from. So there was a Supreme Court case, right? It was the early 80s, right? And the court basically made this ruling, right, that said, you know what, the administrative state, right? This is like I think it was Chevron against the EPA or something like that. I can't remember who the fuck, but and basically they said if there's any ambiguity, right, in a law passed by Congress and the administrative organization, like the EPA or the ATF or any of these guys, if they decide they can just, I'm going to interpret that ambiguity as this, right? There ain't shit you can do about it, right? They basically handed that power to the unelected administrative state, saying, you can interpret this shit how you want. If there's any ambiguity, right? It's not completely spelled out. You can basically do whatever you want, right? And that led to a lot of congressional laws being, honestly, by Democrats, especially being purposely vague, right? And it produced this bullshit where they can just go in and do this, that. But so the case that went through was this small herring fishery or fishermen out in New England or something, right, out in the East Coast, against the Fish and Wildlife, right, some division of the Fish and Wildlife, right, where they had made this rule. They just out of whole cloth, they just came up with this shit where, hey, you know what, we're gonna force you as a little small fishing boat to have an extra person on your ship, and that person, you're gonna have to pay them to be on the boat, and all they're going to do is make sure you're following the rules we want you to be following, right? And so yeah, correct, yeah, well, either way, whatever, it was bullshit. And so they took him to court, and the lower courts got it wrong, right? They ruled, sorry, that's because of Chevron, right? From the, it's like, I think it was 1982. It's like, that's their prerogative. Too fucking bad. Pay the $700 a day for the privilege of wasting your precious space and another body and this person who's just going to take up, on your little tiny little fishing boat, right? Just because they felt they couldn't spy on them enough to ensure that they were following every little rule they wanted them to, right? in fishing. And the Supreme Court came in and said, sorry, we've been meaning to destroy this one, and it's gone. No more Chevron. There is no law that says this, and you cannot just pull it out of your ass and say it's, this is the way it is. And so this is going to go, ATF is going to get destroyed over so many things over this. There's so many, the EPA is going to get wrecked. There's a ton of these things where they have just said, nope, we're going to do it, even though Congress has not passed any law that says that, right? So, huge ruling, fantastic ruling. It's probably the biggest ruling of the court, yet. It's just phenomenal ruling. So, yeah, it's massive, yeah, because Chevron lost in their case in the 80s, that again, shaped this policy. Now, I mean, there are other courts that have kind of like tried to trim it back, but it was just out of control. And the decision, they said that they're like, look, this is just an untenable jurisprudence policy. You just can't have this. And of course, the liberals all dissented. The three, Sotomayor, Ketanji Brown, and the other dipshit woman, all dissented. And there was another case that was basically with it, kind of very, very similar thing, but one of the liberals had to recuse themselves because they had, prior, kind of involvement in it. But again, whatever. They're in the wrong. They're just, whatever. They're idiots. They want more power for the government, right? This is a serious clapback against the administrative state. And we're an oligarchy. That's kind of more what they're aiming for, I think. This is just a straight oligarchy. But yeah. Yeah, it's mob rule is all it is. Yeah, there's far more in the state level, you have a fair amount of democracy. The lower you get, the closer you get to the people, you get far more democracy. Um, yeah, correct. But they're trying to make that into a dirty word. They're trying to say that if you say that line, right? Oh, we're a constitutional republic, you're an extremist. I've heard it. I've heard that talking point now multiple times. It's like, what the hell are you up to? Yeah. Well, democracies always fail. Eventually, right? No, now the longest, well, Rome was the longest standing, right, government, right? And Rome, well, was a republic, remember? right? For most of its life, it did very well as a republic, as we are. Not the exact same type of republic as we are, but a republic nonetheless. A representative. They had democracy, but it was representative government and a republic. Yeah, they had that. And then, of course, when Caesar, put himself in as basically an emperor, that's when that ended. And of course, the demise of Rome followed shortly. Um, well, historically shortly, comparatively. But at any rate, mhm, yeah, yeah. Or people they just vote themselves a pay raise, vote themselves the piggy bank, and that causes shit to fail, always. Um, Anyways, uh, they don't understand history. They just want what they want. They want what they want. So I don't know what to say. But it's been news filled. Obviously, the ruling on presidential powers and presidential immunity was a big one. But that was really just very much a restatement of how we've operated forever. It wasn't anything new. It was just a clarification of you've overstepped your bounds. Okay, this is how we do shit. There are protected presidential actions. Period. He's immune. All right. If he's doing shit under the Constitution, he's straight up 100% immune. If he's doing other actions that are official, presidential, but they're not, his constitutional duties, things like that, you better be able to prove it, right? You don't just get to say I'm going to charge him. You got to really show it. And then there's yeah, you can't fucking his motives. You can't impugn motivation on him. You can't. Anyways, but so there was that one, and then plus they slapped frickin' what's his bucket because they on the returning to the court they said basically saying Jack's they said he's illegitimate. They're like, yeah, you're illegitimate, and straight up said he was illegitimate. So they're in fucking trouble.
Landing gear down.
Now they didn't name Jack Smith, but they did say that it had to be a the prosecutor had to be an appointed prosecutor. And Jack Smith isn't, so he's fucked. Yeah, they are. There you are. They're gonna be like, sorry. Well, the Supreme Court would have to just step in and go, sorry, did you not read the opinion? You know. Um, so yeah, it's big. I mean, it's Trump didn't get obviously everything they asked for, but the court ruled honestly, I think, appropriately. It seemed like a very reasonable, moderate ruling. It would sets the rule of law the way it should be, and the separation of powers and the branches and the executive branch in particular on its um, you know
Landing gear up.
well, AOC saying we need to impeach this, the justices. It's like, well, good luck. You don't have the House, so you ain't gonna get shit. Oh no, dude, did you wreck? Are your engines out? You definitely lost an engine. Oh, okay. You might want to transfer your stuff back into that station immediately. Yeah, you might want to land and repair before you go somewhere. Boy, man, that last, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I can't remember. I jumped into a battle and just, forgot to switch to SCM, sitting there trying to dump flares, and then I was like, oh, fuck, but too late, my shields weren't up, and I got hit with missiles, and lost full control of the ship, even though I didn't show any damage, and then it just, boom, that was dead. It was like, oh, okay. Now, potentially, had I immediately, as soon as I saw, recognized any threat, and I'd have popped in, to SCM, got my shields up, and, whatever, right? I'd have had a much better chance, right? But, yeah.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Sorry, but defensive measures being locked are just pure asinine. Well, but well, okay, well your shields are still down. You know, just because you flare or you chaff doesn't mean you're gonna freaking necessarily spoof the missile, right? Spoof the tracker, but the fact that you can't dump flares. What's your excuse for not dumping flares? Tell me. Is just a ton of energies required to dump a flare? I don't think so. Well, it looks like a rotating. It just looks like a rotating siren. Yeah, yeah. The lens itself doesn't have the light beam doesn't seem to be rotating in the lens. Either that or just maybe it's Drake and the lens is just really dirty and it's and it rotates out the top. Thanks. It's just it's the future. They don't do it that way anymore. You don't have a rotating mirror like the old lights that had that rotating convex mirror. Oh, I know. I have a strobe light. I know exactly what a strobe light is. We had our strobe lights for for Halloween, man. Got to have a strobe light for Halloween. No, it's just a white strobe light. Now, granted, we used to put lenses on them. You make them any color you want, but oh, this is a cabinet strobe, little, you know what I mean, a bookshelf cabinet strobe, not like you know, for a bar. So I did want to mention something to you. I thought of you. Was it today? I think it was today. Um, did you see the new Avalanche? Well, it's not. So they have now basically they made a version of the Silverado truck that basically does everything the Avalanche did with with the bed, right, and the fold down and the back and the crew cab. Yeah. No, they're not. They're calling it just a Silverado with that functionality. But it's everyone. As soon as I got on, I was like, "Hey, cool, new Avalanche." And then I started reading the chat, and it's like everybody commenting saying, "Nice, new Avalanche." No, it's not. But it doesn't look like an Avalanche, right? It looks like a Silverado. So the body is just a Silverado, but the functionality is there of the old Avalanche. Hmm?
Thank you, and please visit again.
Yeah, they're hard to find, and they're expensive. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I have. Obviously, I'm glad I have the Avalanche I have. Would I love to have a 2013 Black Diamond? Yeah, yeah, I'd love to have one. But I, I, s- I like my trim package so much. You know, I don't know. I'd probably just be disappointed because I wouldn't be able to find a 13, you know, Black Diamond that had that trim package. The interior trim out with the color that the way mine's with that brush with the well mine's the interior, it's black with the brown leather interior and then the brushed metal trim all on the inside. It's yeah, mine, I like mine. It's cooler. I like the brush metal look of all the paneling and everything. Good looking. Hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, my the upper dash panel is just that it's that same plastic, you know. I was shocked they didn't completely destroy mine when they did the airbag. They didn't crack it in half. I know, he told me. I even asked the guy, I was like, "Man, try not to just finish this thing off when you do that." And he's like, "Yeah, well, I'll try and be real careful with it." And they did. They were careful. They didn't wreck it. Cool. God, what we were doing the gun closet down in the basement was like just I mean it was just so packed. I mean, we had so much shit and I got all pissed off a couple days ago over the weekend because I was trying to get in the it's the liquor room, right? And I was like I couldn't even get in because their freaking just guns were just piled everywhere in the fucking closet, the liquor closet. And so I was like talking to my brother, I was like, damn it, Mark. So I took all the guns out. Long guns. These are all long guns. I mean, there was probably a couple pistols, but mostly all long guns. I shit you not. We're talking. It was like, 20 rifles at least, right? Shotguns. My dad's, 30-06. My dad had two shotguns. There's three of them are just my dad's, right? He's never going to shoot again, but he still, he had his three guns were all sitting in there, and my brother had, basically the rest of them were all my brothers and the two 22s of my boys, right? But So then we're reorganized it and we're loading them all back in, right? I'm never going to touch this. So the guns were less likely to touch. We loaded all the way in the back and kind of jigsaw organized them, Jenga. And like that Steyr. That was the one I put all the way in the back, was that fucking monster Steyr. That elephant gun that he has. But then we're sitting there, and at the end, and I was like, okay, what do you want? What are we putting at the end? And so one of the last ones he put in was his M1 Garand sniper. Like a
You can send that to me. You could send that to me.
Sniper M1 Garand. Well, he had it, so he had bought it. It was in shit shape, right? Wasn't in good shape. And he sent it off to a gunsmith and had it completely, restored to perfection.
You could send that to me.
And the guy glass bedded it, so it's glass bedded in this stock. It is just fucking gorgeous. I forgot how nice this thing is.
I really think you need to send that to me. That was my, just nostalgia. It was my first military weapon that I ever fired. I use that as a sniper. I use that as a sniper.
It's the actual sniper version, M1 Garand, right?
Yeah, I
use
that.
That side scope,
Yep. I use that on the USS Comte de Grasse. I use that because I was a Roost nest sniper, basically. I got it on the
six, and it's got that scope's nice on it.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. For the time, it was
unbelievably
good.
It also has a better recoil compensator too.
Oh, well,
at least the one that I
wanted it. I was like, so why'd you put this? Why'd we have this at the end? Because we got a cousin of ours, Mario, who married into the family, but we loved him. I really like Mario. And he was like, yeah, we need to go shooting. And Mario's like, yeah, I want to take it up and show it off to Mario. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd love to have one of those.
Yeah, it's nice. He's got a couple M1s, but that one is like, holy cow. I forgot how pretty that thing was, man.
I wouldn't mind even getting an old one, that doesn't have all the bells and whistles. I'd just like to have one.
It cost him several $1,000s to have it restored.
It's it's 308, so
No, it's 30-06.
Oh, his is 30-06.
Pretty sure that's a 30-06 freaking.
Yeah, because they made 308. Well, they made both 30-06 and 308s.
Yeah, I'm almost positive this is a 30-06.
Yeah. I don't remember if the one that we used on board ship was a 308 or a 30-06. Now that you mention it, though, I think it was 308 though, because other weapons were 308. Well, on a warship.
You know what? I take that back. I assumed it was a 30-06. Just because it's an M1. I did kind of
ours is probably a 308, just because on a warship you want your ammo to be able to be used. You don't have enough space for multiple types of ammo, obviously.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'll bet you ours was 308.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his is 36, but I'll clarify with him. In fact, maybe I'll go look. I'll go get a beer and I'll go look. Look at it. But so that was fun, and then we did some other shit. We got one of my dad back in years and years ago, right? He had commissioned this entertainment center for the house, right? He had a carpenter. He drew up the drawings. My dad did how he wanted this entertainment center for this, for a big TV to put in there. This is CRT days, right? So big television, had a turntable, had all this fancy shit, gorgeous. Had this, artist. It was beautiful work, right? Guy here local, built the whole thing for him. Massive entertainment center, right? Had the coolness of it, right? It was just so laid out really good for the time, right? For the stereo, the turntable, everything would pull out, and you had full access to everything, the TV would pull out and was on a swivel, and the doors folded back in sideways, back in, Like
Right.
they could pull out, they'd shut, but then they would pull, when they opened up, then they would slide back in, like straight back. It was really cool. It still is very cool. But unfortunately, it was based on the technology of the time, right? Around
Yeah.
televisions that were CRTs, right? So it has this massive section, that is meant for a big old CRT tube television, right?
Right.
So we're going to get rid of it, right? We're just going
Uh-huh.
to go take it to Goodwill and give it away. I think my dad spent, I think they spent over $1,000 back then to have this guy build it. It was a lot of money, but it's a gorgeous piece of furniture. But it's just garbage nowadays because of flat screen TVs and everything. It just doesn't fit, and it's too tall. You know what I mean? It's way
Yep.
too tall to use it as a credenza, right?
Yep.
Because the damn TV would be in the ceiling.
Although if it still works, it's worth its weight. It's worth some money if it still works.
It still works. I mean, it's a piece of furniture, right? Obviously, it still functions. It's beautiful. The finish is great. I mean, it's just in pristine shape, really.
Yeah.
But
There's a
it's
market
just,
out there.
it's never going to be usable. We're just going to go and give it away to Goodwill, basically.
Yep. Somebody's gonna find that and
And just hope that somebody can get a use out of it, right?
Yep.
But it is amazing.
Yep.
But so we're gonna get rid of it because it's down the basement, and because it takes up a huge amount of space, right?
Yep.
And so we're getting rid of that thing, and then we think we're just gonna haul down there either. Well, we don't think we can get the size gun safe we want down there, down the stairwell,
Yep.
So we'll probably buy like 2 identical gun safes and just put them next to each other, and that'll
Nothing
be,
wrong with that.
then we can have, because I'm like, we got to get these out of this stupid closet. It's ridiculous.
Hello.
This is our liquor cabinet,
Memorial
freaking gun closet.
servicing the
So
Greater Area 18 Metropolitan
I gotta get
We hope you have safe
another one down here too.
final destination may be.
yeah.
But I have to wait for help because of my physical.
Well, that's the other thing you said. It's like we don't want to get one so big that 2 guys can't handle it. Empty.
Oh,
So
I
we'll have
can't.
to go shopping.
Yeah, I'm dependent on anybody else to carry any kind of weight. So,
Right. Well, I mean, we're still pretty able-bodied, but we're still. I mean, I don't want one that's so big and heavy that 2 guys can't handle it.
yeah,
So I've seen some that are just monsters.
for my overflow, what I did is bought we have these military store boxes. You've probably seen them in like movies and shit. They're big green cases, 2 clamshells basically, and each side can fit 6 weapons in it. And they're locked in and braced, and then you put the 2 clamshells together and secure them, and they're vacuum sealed as well. And then a bunch of locking nodes for heavy locks or whatever. And so I have one that I've secured down here to the ground, and that's my overflow right now. But I need to get a regular. I mean, it'd take somebody a torch to get into this thing too, even though it's made out of composite. But I want to get a regular stand-up for my overflow stuff.
And that's kind of what we're talking, right? It's basically, it's mostly our overflow, because we got the gun shed and then the 2 safes, the 2 gun safes in the gun shed, where all the reloading and all the the tools are and everything. The whole gun shop is in the gun shed, but we just don't have room in there. Those safes aren't huge gun safes, right? Like mine, I can fit 4 long guns really comfortably. His is not quite twice as wide as mine. He can probably fit 6 or 7. You know what I mean? Just in the staunches or the
Yep.
But we need to get a bigger, deeper. That's got door, the door compartment storage and the, just a big one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd like to have a nice big one like I had at the armory, at the missile base that I had installed down there for both our shooting ranges.
Yeah, we can. I'm not gonna fucking even try and get something monstrous down those stairs. Well, one, it wouldn't fit, right? So it's got to be able to fit down a stairwell into the basement.
Yeah, but they were so nice. They're actually basically vaults. They're so nice on their own. You know,
Yeah.
put in the armories, but they're just
I don't know.
massive.
We're gonna go shopping. We'll probably just go by the ranch stores. Got a few saves, but there's that was whole. Now I gotta go and try and research and find, because who was the guys who were making their saves and they were given the fucking backdoor combination to the goddamn government?
Yeah. What the hell was the name of that company? It was one of the biggest name safes.
Yeah, they're huge.
Which is and see, I won't buy a safe unless it's mechanical. I will not buy an electronic one.
For that reason, right? Yeah.
That reason, and if the electronics short out, you're fucked.
Right. If something goes wrong.
Yep. There's no way to get in if the electronics are toast.
Personnel at all times. Their job is your safety.
Well, I mean, like my safe has an electronic, keypad, right? You can get in on, but it also has a backup. I have a backup so even if the whole thing dies, I can get into my safe, right? I've got a key.
So it is a mechanical safe too, then?
It's got a mechanical backup, yes.
No, I mean the bolts. When the bolts move, do they move by electric motor or do they move
Oh
mechanical?
no, they move mechanical. They're mechanical.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the bolts are fully mechanical.
Yep, because a lot
So
of the
there's
new
an
ones.
there's an electronic interlock, right?
Yep.
That then releases the mechanical lever to engage or disengage the bolts, the perimeter bolts, right, around the door.
Right.
That guy is held up by an internal electronic interlock, right? But that electronic interlock has a keyed mechanical backup.
Right.
So you have to pop the cover off, and then it reveals a key interface if you have to.
Gotcha. It's I've seen some newer safes where they're all electronic, all electrical, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me. There's even some now made with electromagnets, and it's like, as long as you got power, you can open and close it, but without power, you can't get them open.
Right.
It takes all of us working together to keep our
Yeah, it's. Oh hell, it's.
Probably 11:30.
Man, it's coming up on midnight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end this for tonight, I think. Let me kill the stream. Hold on. For those watching the stream, well, see you tomorrow. It's gonna be raining here, so I'll be on probably early afternoon. Thanks for watching. See you then.